Today though, I'm going to show you some of my horror movie poster collection. Now, I'm not going to show you all of it because a lot of it's unframed, and the stuff that I do have framed, unfortunately, I'm renting at the moment and I can't just bang nails all through the house to hang them up. So I've had to store them in the garage and a couple just sort of sitting on chairs and things like that around the house. All of these were bought from Offal Eater's House of the Damned. I'll put a link in the comments underneath the video. Really cool store. He's got some great posters. If you love horror movie posters or any movie posters, especially international ones, Offal Eaters is the place to get it from. And all of these came from him. Let's have a look at them. Now, my poster collection mainly consists of the type that are the early 70s, 80s painty type, because I really didn't like when in the 90s they went into sort of just the photoshopped floating heads, like the post-scream, show all of the people who were the stars and make sure that they all get their head on screen because you don't want to offend them and all the rest of it. I like the older style ones just because I think they look pretty cool. The first one I've got is for a film called Barracuda. I completely dig this poster of Barracuda because the artwork on it is sort of reminiscent of sort of 70s comics. Kind of looks like a cover of an eerie or a creepy, or even when Marvel used to do the black and white more for adults magazines. I just absolutely love this poster. Now the next one is one that you really can't go wrong with, and I think everybody should know this film. It's a Friday the 13th one. It's the classic, and you really can't do without the Friday the 13th in your movie collection. Look at that, what an awesome poster. It's so cool, I just dig this one completely. I like how it's just like bright red, and the only place that doesn't have red is where all the blood is. I just think that that's so cool. And you can't have the Friday the 13th film without Friday the 13th Part 2. Yeah, this is pretty cool, this one. It's I would have liked it to have had the image of Jason inside the outline of the body like it did in the bigger posters. There's poor Ginny dressed as Mrs. Voorhees. But it's a pretty cool poster nevertheless. I like that they've sort of brought the axe back from the that first poster, but now we've got the red blood on it instead. And what would part 2 be without, obviously, the very freshly framed, still in its wrap, unfortunately, Friday the 13th Part 3. It's a 3D movie poster, you know what that means? You better make sure that you've got something poking towards the viewer through the screen. Yeah, it's a pretty hokey sort of effect, but it's a pretty cool picture anyway. One day I hope to get the rest of the Friday the 13th. I'm pretty stoked with what I've got so far though. The next one we've got is from one of my favourite films of all time. This is the Belgian poster of The Wicker Man. Yeah, it's a nice poster, but like, I get that they've got that Britt Ekland thing of her doing the dance to lure Edward Woodward's character, but she just looks like that she's under arrest. She looks like somebody's, okay, hands against the car, frisk it down. Who wouldn't want to frisk Britt Ekland? Next on the list is from a 70s exploitation film that everybody knows. It's the Miyazaki film, I Spit on Your Grave. I have a weird relationship with this film. I mean, it's not my favourite film by a long shot, but somehow I've sort of ended up accumulating a whole pile of I Spit on Your Grave stuff. I've got VHS and beta and multiple copies of the film, including the current DVD and Blu-ray version that's available in Australia. Actually has my review quoted on the back from my Digital Retribution review, which is crazy. It means that somebody's actually reading my stuff, which is weird. And of course, having all of that I Spit on Your Grave stuff, I can't be without an Italian version of the same poster. Non violontate Jennifer. Probably grossly mispronounced, but I'm not Italian. And here we are, the axe is back. The image really has not much sort of relationship with I Spit on Your Grave at all. It's a nice poster though, it's a really nice poster. It's sort of that classic, you know, damsel in distress sort of thing. It's almost more like a giallo looking film rather than what I Spit on Your Grave is. Now this next one's a gem. It's where my love of exploitation films and art combine. It's the Frank Frazetta drawn poster of Tanya's Island. The colours, it's so garish, but that image of Tanya and the beast is just awesome. You can't go wrong with this one. It's just such a awfully gigantic, fantastic picture. I just absolutely love it. And being a Frazetta nut, I just can't get enough of it. Okay, so now we're going to venture upstairs because the last two posters are in my bedroom, and we'll have a look at them when we get there. So these next two I keep in the bedroom because they are super duper favourites and I can't see them just sitting in the garage. Again, I can't hang them up, but I've got chairs and a bookcase that I actually sit them on. So here's the first one. One from the original movie of Tron, but the poster is actually from the Alamo Drafthouse. So this poster is actually done by the artist Brad Clausen, who is known for doing some Pearl Jam stuff. I just can't get enough of this. And to make it even better, sorry about my reflection just there, to make it even better, it glows in the dark. I mean, I have it sort of next to my bed, and when the light goes off, it sort of I go to sleep with the look of Tron. But yeah, signed by the artist. There's a number somewhere as well. I think it's on the back. But yeah, that's just such a cool picture, isn't it? Now this last one is my absolute favourite movie poster I've got. Of the ones that I have framed and haven't framed, I can't get enough of this poster. This poster is so cool. Okay, so it looks like a giallo in that poster. Le colline hanno gli occhi. Again, I'm not Italian, I'm guessing. But this poster right here is for Wes Craven's The Hills Have Eyes. And unfortunately I've got a bit of a reflection there. But there you go. How awesome is that picture? That picture is just so cool. There, I got the, I closed the blinds and got the reflection off it. Look at this poster. It is just epic. I mean, there's no way in a million years does this scream at me, mutants living in the hills, rah, rah, rah. But it's just like, this looks more like a family kidnapped by crazed gunmen. But you just can't go past this poster. I just love it. I don't know how I convinced my wife to put it into the bedroom, but she was quite happy to do so. I think she just I think she did it for me. She's a good woman. And realistically, you gotta love a company called Tit Anus. Anyway, it's a magnificent poster and probably my favourite one. Okay, well thank you so much for looking at my movie posters. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button or share it with a friend. If you've seen anything in amongst all of the stuff that I've shown you that you'd like to know a little bit more about or see another video about, just pop a note in the comments and we'll go from there. Also, if you want to read my blog, www.towatchpile.com. Thanks for watching. See you next time.